Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another vlog. I am reporting to you live from the Flourish with Purpose podcast studio. This podcast studio is actually not a podcast studio. It is my bedroom. This is what you are sitting on right now is my bed, and right behind me is my wall with my jewelry and my tapestry. And I just wanted to keep it real with you guys because I love so much more than ever when creators I don't know, there's just something about like our favorite creators where we feel like maybe they're not just like me, but when they share things with me that's like, yes, I'm just like you, it feels so good. So, you know, we all start somewhere, and this kind of ties in with, I feel like there's just this theme that I'm going with in these vlogs, and I know we just jumped in, so by the way, hi, welcome to another vlog. My name is Amanda. I've been making vlogs here on YouTube for a very long time. I'm an online coach. I have done a lot of different things, so you might have known me from different eras of my life, but right now I'm in the most embodied and having fun with everything and bringing you guys along with me era. Anyway, I just feel like we all start somewhere, and going along with the theme of what I was talking about in other vlogs of like making your content and just doing whatever the heck it is that you really want to do. One thing that I've heard so many people tell me in the past, so many like bigger name creators and coaches and successful online entrepreneurs, is just use what you have. Go with what you have. Don't buy a bunch of fancy equipment. Don't do a bunch of fancy new moves unless that's really, really what you're gunning for. If you just want to try something out, don't let the fact that you don't have a full-on studio, and so I'm speaking to younger me, don't let the fact that you don't have a full-on studio or incredible equipment stop you from doing the things that you want to do. Same with like starting a YouTube channel. If you're watching this on iPhone right now or smartphone, you could literally start a YouTube channel. Just use what you have and see if you like it, and then continue upgrading. So I know that right now this space is not conducive for work because it's my bedroom and because I associate it with rest and chill and sleep. However, it's just the room with the best sound. Everywhere else we live right next to a main road, so everything else is kind of noisy and has a lot of background noise. So this is just like the easiest for my audio to work with, and so this is what I'm working with. And I know that in the future we're gonna have a more soundproof home, soundproof office, and a better environment, but I just feel like a big part of my life is adjusting to change. I just want to show you what my studio is actually looking like. Bed. So guys, we all start somewhere, you know what I mean? I've had this microphone. It's the same microphone I've had for years, and you can see all this dog hair. The only thing different that I did with it is I got this foam thing, everything just on Amazon. I think this is the Blue Yeti camera, and then this is my laptop. It's just on yoga blocks because that's what I had to prop it up, and it's been working well so far. I have a headset, and you can see laundry on the bed, but this is actually my favorite sweater. I try not to wear it all the time, so you guys think that I have other things to wear, but honestly, your girl be going through clothing phases, and when I like something, I like it. You probably already know this. So that is what we are looking like. That's what I'm seeing when I'm recording my Flourish with Purpose podcast episodes, and I'm interviewing all these amazing people. Today I'm going to interview one of my very close friends. First she was a colleague, and then she was my coach, and now she's just one of my closest friends ever. Her name is Amita Neguse, and she is an intuition coach and just incredible. Like, anyway, you'll learn more about her if you do follow the podcast. And by the way, what I just showed you, this podcast like setup, I would really love it if it was just, because you know, this is special. This is for like the YouTube family only. Just know that. That's all I wanted to say about that. What I want to share as like the central focused theme, or at least like the main message of this vlog before we go into the weekend, is I really, really want to continue advocating for you guys to just allow yourself to do different things, allow yourself to change, allow yourself to evolve. I just did like a movement class through the Open app, which I've talked about previously in other vlogs before, but it's just this like a combined class. They call it a mixed modality class of yoga, Pilates, bar, breathwork, mindfulness, meditation, blah, blah, blah. And like I've said in other vlogs before too, it's not necessarily like a yoga class, but it's like a mindful movement type of class. And I've been doing a lot of those since it's just been really nice to, I don't know, follow what my body wants. And again, this is the same message that I want to bring into this overall overall message for you is just following your intuition, follow what you want to do without feeling like, oh no, for the last 3 weeks I was a spin cycle girly and now I don't feel like doing that and now I just want to go on walks. Like, allow yourself to do that. If you've been a very consistent person over the years and all of a sudden you're just like, I think I just want to lift weights and not be like consistently running every single day, then follow that. I just want you all to know that there is so much life to be lived and there's so much fun that we can have if we could just allow ourselves to do what we're interested in. And I was analyzing this as I do psychoanalyze things, you guys already know this, but when we don't allow ourselves to do what we actually want to do, usually there are voices in our head. And for me, it is always like, oh, why can't you stick to one thing? Why aren't you being consistent? You're always changing and so wishy-washy and so flimsy and inconsistent. And so I've mentally done the work to trace it back, and that's what we do when we're like, self-aware or whatever, like we just do a lot of self-inquiry. And I reached back to, it sounds like things that my parents would have said to me if I'm always trying to pick things up and drop it and pick things up and drop it, metaphorically speaking, right? And my parents are very, very hardworking. They're immigrants. They've come to the United States to make a life for their family. And so staying consistent with one thing and not skipping around or jumping around or trying one thing and trying the other was taught to me in a bad light. Not a bad light, but like a negative light. Like, this is something you don't want to do. And I've realized in doing a little bit more self-inquiry, I love consistency from my friends, consistency from my partner, consistency from the world. Like, I love to see things consistently. And like, I sometimes get annoyed when I start to see people like wishy-washy, flippy-floppy. And that is where I've noticed, like, I'm kind of closing the loop on my self-criticism, because I notice that I criticize others subconsciously or softly before I'm like, wait, hold on, what is that? I notice that I do that when I see them like switching tracks, and then I have to use this mental part of myself. Honestly, this should be a podcast in and of itself. Thank you for listening. But I see this part of me that's like, oh wait, I can be a little bit softer. So I have to consciously use that softening. But I notice that if I criticize consistency, like people not being consistent, no wonder I have a hard time really accepting, okay, so I'm gonna do this yoga class, but it's not anything like my yoga teacher training. And when I did my yoga teacher training, I was very consistent in one specific type of practice, and now I'm switching it and I'm switching my modality of movement again. And I feel like I just generate a lot of, so this is my process. I don't know if any of you can relate. When I expect consistency from other people, then I expect consistency of myself, and I feel like I'm more in a box of when I can freely jump from thing to thing. But then I notice when I am more lax, when I don't care about what other people are doing, when I don't care if they're being consistent or inconsistent or whatever, I actually give myself the freedom to do the same, and vice versa. When I give myself the freedom to jump from one thing to another and just see what is there, not out of a place of fear, right? But mostly out of a place of curiosity and like, this sounds like fun. Like, I want to try this. There's so many things available for us to try now and to taste, right? Like enjoying life. When I give myself the permission to do that, I notice I'm a lot softer on other people for wanting to do that also. So that is the takeaway message. Hopefully, if you guys followed it, let me know in the comments. If you didn't and you want me to like explain more, I can. Just ask questions in the comments. Let's just shitty chat it up. But that's just what I was thinking of when I was doing this mixed modality class on the Open app. Little we really allow ourselves to just be flexible with what we do. And I know that there is magic and merit in consistency and structure, but at the same time, I think that there's also so much magic in just allowing yourself to do what you're excited about, really just following your intuition, following the thing that doesn't really make logical sense, but feels good, feels fun, feels exciting. I feel like we just need to let ourselves be more excited about things. So that is my message. And I talked so much that I didn't get to make myself. I'm just gonna see what I'm gonna do with the rest of my day now, because I decided to make this a whole mini podcast. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And now I'm gonna go into recording a podcast with my friend. Luke is out of town right now. He went to San Diego to go hang out with a friend. So I have just been left to my own devices today. It's a Saturday. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I'm feeling like before I go outside the house and run errands, I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup. If there's one thing I love about being home alone with nothing to do is that I get to clean. And I'm not even saying this like, oh, I have to clean and then like toxic positivity. You get to clean. They're like, I love cleaning and like mopping the floor, whatever, when nobody else is here. There's just something so, is this adulthood? And just as a side note, I have also been really loving right now not wearing any makeup. I mean, I like wear it when I wear makeup and when I don't. I feel like I talk about this often enough, but it's just really fun to know that like it doesn't really make a big difference for me and it's just more of a fun thing. And so I've been in this, like this week I just decided to not wear makeup, but probably next week you'll see it again. Okay, so it is now evening. I've just been dilly-dallying, but now I'm at the grocery store and I usually run my groceries, get my groceries. I don't know, my brain is just not here anymore. Now that the sun has gone down, I'm just like, oh no, my thinking cells are gone. But I don't usually do this without my husband, and this means that I need two hands, so I'm not bringing my camera in, but I just thought I would let you know what we're doing. And yeah, that is all. Good morning. It is now Sunday and I have here my cup of hot bean juice, or rather I used to call it hot bean soup on Instagram, and then so many people got confused, but it's just coffee, and I'm eating a date with my coffee. Oh, Luke just came home. Luke spent the night in San Diego because he was too tired to drive home, so he literally just got back.
Where are you? I'm so lonely. Can't be night.
I'm still asleep.
Huh?
Rachel and Steve are still asleep.
Well, see his wife.
Dude. What did you get us?
Bagels.
Tell me more. Oh.
Lots and lots of trash. No,
Wait, you put the trash in there with the food?
No, it's covered. Sausage, egg, and cheese. I got 3 sausage, eggs, and cheese. And I got a bacon, egg, and cheese for myself. But I already finished it.
Oh, okay. They're all vegan, by the way. It's from this vegan deli place called Ben and Esther's.
This mustard thing is super good.
Why are we looking in here? Let's look in here to see what you had spilled.
I had this knish. So good. Potato knish.
So what I wanted to say before Luke came in is just like sharing a little blood sugar hack. So I know that it's probably best to be eating something with your coffee so that you don't, like, your system doesn't get jolted, but also because when you wake up after having slept for hours, your blood sugar is actually at a deficit. And so when we drink coffee, this is for the girls, by the way. For the guys, it's okay. For the girls, when we drink coffee, it raises our cortisol, our stress hormone. And so what I started doing these past couple months, and I really feel like this is what has made my cycle a lot more regular. I have been eating a date every morning with my coffee, a date or two depending on how I feel. So medjool date with your coffee in the morning. If you are a coffee in the morning, like first thing in the morning type of girl, just like try it out and see what changes. You know, if it doesn't feel good, then don't do it. You know, this is not medical advice.
When you get a package, do you guys open your boxes like this, or is it just the way my husband opens things?
The other part of today is we're gonna go to a spa called Glen Ivy for my very late birthday celebration, still celebrating. And we have sandwiches. How's your bagel, babe?
It's so good. It's really good. It was schmear.
So like I said, this was a belated birthday gift for me from my besties, and Glen Ivy is a popular spa. It's like a hot springs wellness spa in Southern California. So we just came here with our husbands to have a good time, to relax and rejuvenate. Going with my husband and our friends was really fun. We got to sweat in saunas, and then we were in a lot of different mineral pools, like for 15 to 20 minutes each. So of course our bodies were craving a lot of sodium with the hummus platter that I got. We also got an Impossible Burger. Those were the 2 vegan options that they had on their menu. Better than nothing. I feel like this place is like Disneyland for people who just want to relax and sit around and do nothing but rejuvenate and talk and chit chat with their friends. There's even this little portion of the hot spring called Club Mud, and it's like this pool, and you put all of this like rejuvenative clay mud on your skin and you let it dry, and then you wash it off, and then you just feel like super soft. So this is us feeling really rejuvenated after a day at the spa. And of course we needed to replenish our salt intake, so we went to this Indian place called More Curry. We got some samosas, and here you see me eating them before they cool down. They were really hot, but they were really good. And then we also got some chana masala with some roti and rice and salad on the side. And it's just reminding me of my days in India when I was doing my yoga teacher training. But I'm so grateful to be able to eat food like this anytime. We got home and I was still feeling kind of peckish, a little hungry, so I made myself my favorite protein snack. And honestly, we were just so tired. Something about sitting in the heat all day long really exhausted my body, so we went to bed. And that concludes the vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you press like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hello, thank you so much for being here. And if you want to hang out more, I try to post every Friday, so make sure you do press subscribe and hit that notification button. And I will see you in the next video. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful morning, noon, day, or night wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye. Mm-hmm.